question, you all should be going to sleep. So, and comment down below which number, which question that you fell asleep to. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, starting with question number one. Question number one is, if your birthday is on June 1st, then you may go to sleep. But if it isn't, then you can't. Question number two. Question number two is, if your favorite color is burnt orange, and it's very specifically burnt orange, not regular orange, burnt orange, or like a dark orange, then you can go to sleep. But if it isn't, sorry, you can't go to sleep yet. Question number three. I don't know why I'm doing two-handed, but I'm doing two-handed. If you are currently wearing mostly purpled socks, doesn't have to be fully purple, but maybe there's a lot of purple in your socks, coloring, then you can go to sleep. But if you aren't, you can't go to sleep. Question number four. If you are watching this video right here, on a TV in your living room, very specifically in your living room, not your bedroom, your living room, or a family room, whichever you call it, then you can go to sleep. But if you aren't, you're watching this maybe on the TV in your bedroom, and you can't go to sleep yet. Question number five. If you own a white Jeep Wrangler, then you can go to sleep. But if you don't, if it's black or any other color than white, then you can't go to sleep. But if you own a white Jeep Wrangler, then you can go to sleep. Question number six. If you play the piccolo, then you can go to sleep. But if you don't, you can't go to sleep. Good night to anybody that plays the piccolo. Question number 7. If you are currently in the 7th grade, so for those of you from other countries, because I know there's some people watching from other countries, that is about the age of 12 to 13. So if you're about that age and you are in school, then you can go to sleep. If you're from America, we use the grade system, and if you are in 7th grade, then you can go to sleep. Question number 8. If you are currently sick and you have a fever of 101 degrees Fahrenheit, and if I done my math right or conversion, I literally googled it, that should be 38.3 degrees Celsius. If I did that wrong, I'm sorry, I don't use Celsius, I use Fahrenheit, so swimming in an outdoor pool, you can't go to sleep. I will also include like an indoor water park as well to this question as well. Question number 11. If you were born on the 29th of February 29th of February, you may go to sleep, but if you weren't, you can't go to sleep. Question number 12. Hopefully I did that right. My camera's backwards. I don't know. But anyway, look at your phone percentage, okay? Go ahead and look at your phone percentage or your iPad percentage, or if you're on a laptop, look at the percentage of what your computer, phone, iPad, whatever it may be, okay? Now, if your percentage is at 93%, then you may go to sleep. But if your percentage is anything other than 93, then you may not go to sleep. Okay? Not 92, not 94, 93. 93. Okay. Question number 13. If you have a pet lizard, then you may go to sleep. But if you don't, you can't go to sleep. Question number 14. If you ran a marathon today, no matter how long it was, doesn't matter. If you ran a marathon today, any sort of marathon, then you may go to sleep and go get some rest. You really worked hard today, so go get some rest. Question number 15. If you have a sister that is 4 years older than you, then you may go to sleep. But if you don't, then unfortunately you can't go to sleep. Question number 16. If you went to the beach today, that is beaches on the coast of an ocean. So no beaches at like lakes or like a creek or a river or anything like that. A beach. I don't think creeks even have beaches. But anyway, you know what I mean though. Any beach that is against the coast of an ocean, whatever ocean it may be, then you may go to sleep. But if you didn't go to the beach today, then unfortunately you can't go to sleep. Question number 17. If you were born at 12:59 a.m. or p.m., either or, then you may go to sleep. But if you're born at anything other than 12:59 a.m. or p.m., then you can't go to sleep. Question number 18. If you have a pet dog named Peter, y'all should go listen to Alex Simpson because he's like super underrated. He's like a younger version of like Shawn Mendes. He's super cool and he's super talented. So go check him out. I also tried to pick like an artist that most people probably have never heard of, but maybe potentially on like TikTok or like social media, maybe potentially. His name is getting out there, so that's why I chose him. Okay, question number 22. If you are currently eating carrots, then you may go to sleep. But if you aren't, then you can't go to sleep. 2:36 p.m., then you may go to sleep. But if the current time is not 2:36 a.m. or 2:36 p.m., then you can't go to sleep. Okay, we're slowly going to get into the questions a little bit easier, or you should be able to maybe potentially fall asleep. Okay. Question number 35. If you've seen Ed Sheeran live, or Taylor Swift live, then you may go to sleep. But if you have not, I'm sorry, you can't go to sleep. Question number 36. If you have met someone famous, whether that's a big artist, a smaller content creator, a bigger content creator, whichever it may be, someone that's a little bit famous or really famous, then you may go to sleep. But if you've not, I'm sorry, you can't go to sleep. Question number 37. If you are graduating this year, whether it's high school or college or whatever it may be, then you may go to sleep. But if you're not graduating this year, then I'm sorry, you can't go to sleep. Question number 38. If you live in an apartment or in a flat, I know UK calls them flats. I think they call them flats. I'm pretty sure they do. You may go to sleep, but if you don't live in an apartment/flat, whatever it may be called in your home country, then you may not go to sleep. Question number 39. If you're born in Florida, or if you've been to Florida, then you may go to sleep. We might have lost some people there, so. Okay, let's move in. Question number 40. If you are currently 23 years old, then you may go to sleep. But if you're anything other than 23 years old right now, then you may not go to sleep. Question number 41. If you are currently drinking water, so if you have water that's somewhere around you, maybe on your nightstand, or maybe on a table, maybe even in your hand, whatever that may be, if you're drinking water at the moment, then you may go to sleep. But if you're not drinking water, I'm sorry, you can't go to sleep. Question number 42. If you recently got engaged or married, then you may go to sleep. Also, if you are getting married this year, you may go to sleep as well. If you recently got engaged or married, or if you're getting married this year, then you may go to sleep. And congratulations. Question number 43. If you have been to France, then you may go to sleep. But if you've not, I'm sorry, you can't go to sleep. Question number 44. If you or your family owns a hot tub, whether that's a blow-up hot tub, whether it's an in-ground hot tub, or a hot tub that's out of the ground, but like, it's not a blow-up, but whatever you want to call it, just a hot tub in general, then you may go to sleep. But if your family doesn't, I'm sorry, you can't go to sleep. Okay, we're getting to the last few questions here, okay? Question number 45. If your favorite color is teal, then you may go to sleep. And I will accept any shades of green or blue in that realm. I'll accept any of those as well. Question number 46. If you bought a shirt or any sort of clothing item, if you bought a shirt, pants, shorts, any clothing items, items online yesterday or today, then you may go to sleep. Question number 47. If you own a company, whether it's Harry Styles album, and any of the songs off of that album is your number one favorite song. So if you listen to Harry's new album, the disco one, what is it? Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally, I think that's what it's called. And if any of those songs off of that album is your favorite song by Harry, any of those songs off of that album, his newest album, is your favorite, then you may go to sleep, you may go to sleep, you may go to sleep. But if your favorite song by Harry is from another album, then you can't go to sleep, you can't go to sleep, you can't go to sleep. Okay, question number 49. If you've ever driven a boat or a jet ski, boat or a jet ski, boat or a jet ski, or a canoe, or a kayak, paddleboarding, whatever anything summer vehicle related, whether it has a motor or not on it, any of those items that I just mentioned, then you may go to sleep, you may go to sleep, you may go to sleep. You can I'll also add one of those like little paddle, like rowing boats, you know, where you go like this, it's your feet, like that. Then you may go to sleep with that one as well. Alrighty, if you've not already fallen asleep, you should be able to fall asleep to this very last question, and that is question number 50. And that is, if you love ASMR, then you may go to sleep. But if you don't, sorry, that's gonna bring us to the end of this video. Hopefully by now you've all been asleep, but if you aren't, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, you may go to sleep regardless if you've answered no to all of these questions. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys all